Some people spend most their lives looking for someone to lean on. I have held dreams once or twice, always with no one to dream on. I was just out to find my own line of reason. Oh my, the freedom.
We're just schmoozing all the reporters at the Emmy, starting out with a happy anniversary to me and Jessica. This was our 11th Emmy red carpet. Yeah. So I think it's safe to say we've had hundreds of red carpet conversations. But we've never had a red carpet conversation quite like this. When Empire debuted on Fox, show was red hot. Now, series star TerrenceHoward says when it concludes this season, he's done with acting, and that's not all. We woke to headlines about the conversation this morning. Howard Stern, no less, played the whole thing. Friends in the booth, please drop the crawl at the bottom of the screen. Take it away. Because we've taken what Terrence said, we put the words at the bottom of the screen to see if we can all better understand it. Good luck to all of us. Lucius is in the house. TerrenceHoward here. You made huge headlines when you said, after you complete these 15 episodes of Empire, you got to walk away for a while or forever?
For good. I mean, everyone keeps trying to tell me, don't say it's forever. But I've spent 37 years pretending to be people so that people can pretend to watch and enjoy what I'm doing when I've made some discoveries in my own personal life with the science that Pythagoras was searching for. I was able to open up the flower of life properly and find the real wave conjugations that we've been looking for 10,000 years. Why would I continue, walking on water for tips when I've got an entire generation to teach a whole new world?
That's a big remark. Yeah. What do you intend to do?
Well, let me put it this way. All energy in the universe is expressed in motion. All motion is expressed in waves. All waves are curved. So where does the straight lines come from to make the platonic solids? There are no straight lines. So when I took the flower of life and opened it properly, I found a whole new wave conjugations that expose the in-between spaces. It's the thing that holds us all together.
Okay,
I didn't do too well in trigonometry. What is the
platonic solids?
Wow.
But
conjugating going on?
You thought that was it?
On your shoulders, and all of the madness has got you going crazy. It's time to get out, step out into the street, where all of the action is right there at your feet. Well, I know a place where we can dance the whole night away.
It isn't. There's more.
No.
I'm sharing that on Tuesday when I receive my star. I'm going to be able to prove that gravity is only an effect and not a force. I'm putting something on YouTube where I will build the planet Saturn without gravity and build the Milky Way galaxy without gravity.
Did you also say you're getting your star on Tuesday?
Yeah.
On the Walk of Fame?
On the Walk of Fame, which is interesting. How am I getting a star when I've never, for TV, when I've never received an Emmy nomination for TV?
You're a presenter tonight. You can do whatever you want when you stand in front of that microphone. What are you going to do?
I have no idea. I'm just being honest and looking at it. I would think an Emmy nomination would come first.
TerrenceHoward here. You made huge headlines when you said, after you complete these 15 episodes of Empire, you got to walk away for a while or forever?
For good. I mean, everyone keeps trying to tell me, don't say it's forever. But I've spent 37 years pretending. to be people so that people can pretend to watch and enjoy what I'm doing when I've made some discoveries in my own personal life with the science that, you know, Pythagoras was searching for.
Exchange of amenities, and President Roosevelt asking Tesla, well, what have you been up to? What have you been doing? And of course, the President already knew about the ongoing work on Project Invisibility, but there were other things Tesla had been into which were exchanged. And among other things, Tesla mentioned the fact that he had been in communication with extraterrestrials. Tesla mentioned the fact that he had been in communication with extraterrestrials. So he told FDR he had been in communication with several groups. Roosevelt was curious, can I talk with them? And Tesla said, definitely, now I can arrange it if you wish, and he did. After which Roosevelt decided he would like to meet some of these people. And they asked Tesla, is this possible? And he says, I believe it is.
This'll wake you up. The U.S. military has, for the first time ever, officially released several videos of unidentified flying objects.
Wow.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
Just when you thought 2020 couldn't get any more bizarre.
My gosh!
The Pentagon declassifying 3 videos of what they're calling unexplained aerial phenomena.
Look at that thing! It's rotating.
2 videos showing objects spotted by Navy fighter pilots during training flights in 2015. And this one from 2004 showing an object about 40 feet long hovering about 50 feet above the water. Weird, right? Well, get this. The videos were previously leaked by a private company founded by Blink-182 rocker Tom DeLonge. The singer tweeting on Monday, the Pentagon just officially released my videos. Just saying. So why are they being released now?
In the language of the US Department of Defense, these are unidentified aerial phenomena. Videos which add fuel to the belief of some that we are not alone.
He said there's 2 groups principally you might be interested in talking with. He says if you have in mind making any kind of a deal, because at that time, as everyone knows, we were in the midst of a terrible depression, and Roosevelt was looking for some means to get out of it, to end it. In those days, he was perhaps a little bit more altruistic than might have been the case later. So arrangements were made to meet 2 groups. First the Pleiadians, and then later a K group, as I call them, the Kondrashkin. We met first with the Pleiadians. They gave a pitch as to what they might be able to do to help. He says, fine, but I want to talk with the other group first before I make a decision. So we talked with the second group and decided in favor of the second group. And the Pleiadians at that point bowed out. And as a matter of fact, went over to Nazi Germany and made a deal with Hitler. which I won't get into because that's another long story, but it does figure in the background precedent to World War II and the development of German technology. So Roosevelt accepted their offer of help, in which they said they would provide some new industries and other things. 1938, an offer was made to set up the entire new industry called atomic energy, which of course we have today. President Roosevelt was very interested and very receptive to the idea. And he consulted with his various advisors in the military, and the military says, whoa, if you let aliens set up an industry like this, even though it's on our home turf, and they are in essence controlling it and know where it can go, what happens? We do not have true control over it. What's going to happen in the future? What happens? We do not have true control over it. What's going to happen in the future? Will we become vassals or slaves to them? The military advised against it, and Roosevelt turned his mind against it and so advised them, and they became upset and says, well, there's nothing else we can do for you, and disappeared into the woodwork.
Paying attention to what's going on. I wouldn't believe a thing that comes out of Washington, D.C. In fact, it's my own personal belief that this next election that's coming up next year, in November, that every American should march on Washington, D.C. and should fire every single person that's there. They have run this country into the ground. They have totally sold us out to the United Nations. Let's deal with the realities here. You know, we don't have a guy that's strong enough in office as president to stand up and say, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we've really been sold out. But there are forces within our government, like what Kennedy tried to do, that just flat out want to destroy the United States. Also, playing on the greed factor, those who are still human, they look at the fact that, well, they're here, they're the rulers, you know, we can still maintain our place of privilege in the world, so we'll form the new priesthood. We'll be the go-between between the workers and the gods, just like we saw in Babylon, in Assyria. It's about human beings selling themselves out. The echelon attitude here, the needs of the few outweigh the needs of humanity. And sorry, that just isn't right. You know, but it's going to have to be humanity that's going to rise up and take the stand. You're just going to have to turn off your televisions. They're going to have to get in their car. They're going to have to fire everybody in Washington, D.C. that knows and does nothing. And they're going to have to do something. You know, this apathy's got to end. Otherwise, the way we live is going to end. Period. I mean, you know, and it's another thing, and there's also one more factor. It is about human beings out for power, selling out their own race. The World Club. Just selling out the rest of us, the human race, for their moment in glory, for their privilege to be with the gods, so to speak.
The Illuminati are basically using me, okay, to expose these lizards in an eloquent way, because none of them want to be the first person out so that they'll die. Like Bernie Mac was, he tried to start a mutiny there. Saying we can't have this, we all got to shut this place down. This place is the devil, he said, and they tortured the shit out of it. Let me tell you, all the celebrities, because they bring them there, and they tell them, look, you're here, you're going to hang with us. If you don't want to, well, if they cry and make a fuss like Lauryn Hill from the Fugees, make a song about I Get Out and stuff, they let her not go to the cloning station. They don't activate her, let her have normal dreams. But other people, they really roll them to stay. And they say if you ever talk about it, you're going to die.
It is so rampant. It is so bad. But watch for the symbolism, because These people out themselves with the symbols.
But is there such a thing as a deep state? You bet there is. And though it's been around a long time, it's never been as obvious, as identifiable, or as desperate as it is now.
What is the dangerous and murky deep state that President Trump keeps talking about?
Yet the deep state and the failed ruling class are trying to resist any changes to their failed policies.
But we're being used by ideas. I know that sounds crazy. I really do. I know it sounds dumb too. But you're coming up with these thoughts, and we're thinking of them as like random connections that you're making in your brain, which might be. It might be that. But it also might be that ideas are like a life form from another dimension that's trying to manifest itself in our current realm. And they do so through getting into people's heads. And the more you call for them, the more they're there for you. Yeah. And the more you show up. And you can call that the muse. You can call that whatever you want.
Angels.
Tesla believed it. Tesla believed he was getting signals from some other either some other planet or some other life forms. He had some weird shit that he wrote that's hard to decipher about what he. See if you can find that, because that's a very interesting thing, Jamie. See if you can find what did Tesla. Like, Tesla had a take on receiving information from other galaxies. He had this take on where some of his inventions were coming from. It's like, what? Or some of the transmissions that he would receive. I mean, God damn it, wouldn't it have been amazing to talk to that guy?
Yes.
Imagine having Nikola Tesla on the podcast.
Oh. Who knows, man? Maybe you still can one day.
Maybe we could bring him back.
Yeah, bring him back. Or like create an AI Tesla. I think a lot of people have that feeling, and some of them just don't come out of the closet, so to speak, with it because they're afraid they're going to get judged or ostracized. I think a lot of people feel like they have a direct contact with some kind of sentience that isn't embodied inside of them, and it's giving them ideas, and they're just terrified to put it out to the world because it sounds like you're fucking nuts.
His claims of receiving signals from outer space were proven right a century later. Ooh. During the summer of 1899, Tesla set up a field laboratory in Colorado Springs, Colorado, to the possibilities of using high-altitude stations to transmit information and electric power over long distances. 1 July...
This is not what
I'm
talking about. This is about just signals, not like him getting... I went too quickly on that.
Oh, okay. Where is the signals?
This is like radio signals.
Oh, that he was getting radio signals from other planets.
After the ruling out, I think this is about sending...
After ruling out solar and terrestrial causes, he concluded the signals must be from another planet.
He had a seizure and had a vision, which is what, like, that's a...
Yeah, well, here it says, on 1 July day, while tracking lightning storms... Oh, so it was actually equipment. His equipment picked up a series of beeps. After ruling out solar and terrestrial causes, he concluded the signals must be from another planet. The following Christmas, in response to the American Red Cross's request for a prediction of the greatest scientific achievement of the coming century, Tesla wrote, "Brethren, we have a message from another world, unknown and remote. It reads, 1, 2, 3. In 1996, scientists published a study replicating Tesla's experiment and showing that the signal was in fact caused by the moon low passing through Jupiter's magnetic field. Holy fuck. He was picking up a moon passing through Jupiter's magnetic field.
Yeah. But he had woo ideas too, man.
Oh, yeah. He was in love with a pigeon.
He's in love with a pigeon. Not just that, though. He, I think he did think he was in contact with, like, some kind of sentient intelligence.
was able to open up the flower of life properly and find the real wave conjugations.
The flower of life symbolizes creation and reminds us of unity of everything. The flower of life. 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 The flower of life. The flower of life. The flower of life. Flower of life. Welcome to the album. If you're tuned in.
That we've been looking for 10,000 years. Why would I continue, walking on water for tips when I've got an entire generation to teach a whole new world?
That we've been looking for 10,000 years. Why would I continue, walking on water for tips when I've got an entire generation to teach a whole new world?
That's a big remark.
Yeah.
What do you intend to do?
Well, let me put it this way. All energy in the universe is expressed in motion. All motion is expressed in waves. All waves are curved. So where does the straight lines come from to make the platonic solids? There are no straight lines. So when I took the flower of life and opened it properly, I found a whole new wave conjugations that expose the in-between spaces. It's the thing that holds us all together.
Okay,
I didn't do too well in trigonometry. What is the
platonic solids?
Wow.
But
Conjugating going on?
You thought that was it. It isn't. There's more.
No.
I'm sharing that on Tuesday when I receive my star. I'm going to be able to prove that gravity is only an effect and not a force. I'm putting something on YouTube where I will build the planet Saturn without gravity and build the Milky Way galaxy without gravity.
Did you also say you're getting your star on Tuesday?
Yeah.
On the Walk of Fame?
On the Walk of Fame,
Well,
which is interesting.
congratulations.
How am I getting a star when I've never, for TV, when I've never received an Emmy nomination for TV?
To properly deal with Terrence Howard is going to require real estate. So let's be ready to be flexible.
Yeah, for sure. We got 45, so Terrence, you could go 2.5, 245 easily.
Terrence, you're wearing Lucius lion. You got a lion on your shirt. Is this because tonight's, kicking off the final season?
Well, no. In front of the Forbidden Temple in China, there's these two fufu dogs, which are the lions. They keep their hand over the flower of life. And it showed that whoever was able to open that flower of life would ultimately be able to control the universe. Well, that's what I've done.
Okay. We're going right there, because this is
damn right we're going right there. That's my name, man.
Okay. Hold on now.
Terrence made headlines with a KTLA interview at the Emmys this weekend where he said he wanted to build the planet Saturn and the Milky Way galaxy without gravity.
I'm just going to tell you, I did what Pythagoras tried to do. I did what Copernicus tried to do. I did what Da Vinci tried to do. I accomplished it. I did what Solomon could not do.
Exactly what is that you
Well, the flower of life has always been seen as this two-dimensional intersecting circles of 64 intersecting circles. They built the platonic solids out of it. But if the universe, all energy in the universe is expressed in motion. All motion is expressed in waves. All waves are curved. So I questioned when I was 12 years old, where did the straight lines come from to make the platonic solids?
You can't say this on an Emmy red carpet and expect that the reporters, the head's going to explode.
They're supposed to.
Head's going to explode.
They're supposed to.
Head's going to explode.
They're supposed to.
Shutter trimmed out and gold. Life bless my soul. God bless my mode. Nothing less than the best, so the rest is old. Don't wanna play chess, wanna lock and load. Wanna tag some toes, wanna send you home. It ain't about the pain. Tell them what's my name. And you know
so it's nothing that you could say to me. A product of where I grew up, and it's the newest slavery. People see you trying hard, like why you wanna play with me? I bring them heaters out, somebody better pray for me. Cause all I know is this money, I gotta have it. These suicidal thoughts getting bad, I'm getting madder. They say the good die young. I put the pedal to the metal, hit the gas, then I'm gone. Now I'm front line at the court, and I'm about to take a shot. I pull it up, cock it back, let it fly. Now I'm watching for the backboard. And when they say the world is yours, I just let them know that I'm just trying to score.